Yeah, it's honestly very realistic for a Western team to win this tournament, whether it's us or KC. So I think just have a little bit of faith that.
I'm joined with APA during Asset Day. You guys made it to first stand. First, I got to talk about your matchup, your first matchup, Carmine Corp. We've seen, personally, I don't know if you like keep up with what people are saying, but there are people saying like, oh my God, NA is so much better than EU. EU sucks right now. Like Team Liquid are going to stomp them, KC. And then the complete opposite, especially from Europe, like KC is just going to destroy Team Liquid. Obviously, you would predict yourself, but just from your, I guess, estimation, how close are NA and KC, or you guys in KC right now?
To be honest, I have no clue. Like, of course, I've watched pretty much all their games recently, the split, but it's just hard to say how good a team is when you haven't played them. You know, we've never scrimmed this team. We've never, we don't play in Europe, so they're obviously not bad because, it takes a lot to win a region, but yeah, like I don't think they're going to be bad, but I don't know how good they're going to be. We're putting respect on them, and we're doing our due diligence to like prep for some because of course they're our first match. But yeah, like this is going to sound weird, not weird, but they're not like our biggest opponents, so to say. There's still top and there's still HLE that are at the tournament that we also have to prep for. So just, yeah.
All right. In that case, can you talk to me a little bit about scrims? Because we see a lot of teams from NA, and it seems like even some EU teams are boot camping, Korean teams and Chinese teams. It's like a very interesting time where you have, a lot of scrim partners, and scrim partners not just from teams that are actually playing, but teams that didn't qualify. So like, have you guys gotten to scrim any of like your opponents, or are like all the opponents just not scrimming each other and you're just streaming all the other teams that are around?
Well, we've only had one scrim because we've literally just got here yesterday, or no, 2 days ago now. And most of our time has just been spent doing Riot stuff. Media day here, and then yesterday it was another media day, like photos and all that good stuff. So we've only had one scrim, but I think I'm not the one that books the scrim, so this is what I'm being told, but not a lot of Korean teams are actually scrimming right now if they're not in the tournament. And there's only one Korean team in the tournament. So there's actually not as many scrim partners as you'd probably expect, just because a lot of people are taking like a small break before their next split.
All right. That's a little worrying, I guess. Just the fact I would have assumed you guys had a lot more time to go to Korea and prepare. Like, what? I guess this is obviously a biased assessment, but how would you assess Team Liquid's form coming into this tournament?
I think we'll be fine. Like, I think we'll have our finals form. Yeah, I think maybe like a tad bit better than finals forms because people have been putting in a little bit extra work in solo queue and stuff like that, but we haven't had the most time to scrim just because some people went to Korea early and then like we just got here. But you also have to remember like our finals did just end like a week ago or something like that. So we haven't had like a tremendous amount of time, or like 2 weeks ago now actually, yeah. But I don't find it too worrying. The game hasn't changed too much. The only thing that's changed is like the lane swap stuff, but that's only the first 4 minutes. But I think our form will be at finals level or like slightly above.
All right. I guess that is comforting, I guess, as a North American fan. I do have, I think that was the last of like my gameplay questions, or like the team-wide questions. I have specifically some APA questions. So I have a couple of pictures here of you, and I was wondering if you could maybe tell me what's going on in these pictures. This first one's like really blurry, but hopefully you can kind of see.
Yeah, I gotta run to the laptop real quick. Okay, yeah, that one.
Yeah. So, well, what's going on? It seems like you're in Korea, but like you're a lot younger.
Yeah.
When did have you always been coming to Korea to like do solo queue?
That was my first time coming to Korea. It was when I think I was 16 or 17 in that photo. I came just in during the summer to play solo queue here.
All right.
Yeah, I came with 2 friends at the time. And yeah, I just played solo queue here. I came initially with my mom, but she left after like a week or so because we explored Korea with her, or like I explored Korea with her. And then, so yeah, that's where it's from.
All right. I got 2 more pictures for you. That cool?
Yeah.
All right. So here's the second one.
That was also like the same time.
Oh,
I took that's like from the same trip. I think I was a junior at the time in high school, but those were basically my senior photos because they weren't going to be, but then COVID hit, so I didn't really get to take senior photos, so it ended up just being my senior photos.
All right. So actually, I did some fact checking, and it turns out that's not what that picture's from. Tom Dog helped me out here. Apparently, that picture is actually from March 16th, 2025, when you guys win 3-0 the finals of First Stand.
True, that is true.
Yeah, so he made that for y'all. All right, that's it with the pictures. I do have a few more questions. You watch this and that, this or that by Kobe and Jet at any point?
I know what it is. Yeah.
All right, I'll do something very similar. So 2 options, you just pick one of them. So this is winning First Stand that you're in right now. That is making Worlds Finals, but losing. So
Making World Finals. I think it's definitely significantly more prestigious to make World Finals than to win a 5-person or 5-team event. Because I think even if we do win, it's gonna of course it's gonna be really hyped to win a international, but it's also just gonna be, oh, there's only 2 Eastern teams here.
okay, I didn't think that far. All right, the next one: wrestle the biggest guy on the enemy team for side select, or play chess against the enemy team's best chess player for side select.
I would definitely wrestle because I don't know how to play chess.
All right, that was a little easy. When you retire after you win 5 worlds in a row, go into coaching or into commentating?
Definitely coaching side. I don't know. I did commentating like the once or twice when I was like kind of forced into it by Riot. It was hard. It was a lot harder than I expected. They had their whole like hand sign language that they were doing if they wanted to talk, and it was actually a lot harder than I expected. So I'd rather go to coaching something that isn't too far off of what I do now.
Surely it's not as hard as coaching, right?
Yeah, but I'm also like as a player, you're already your own coach, and then you to give feedback, you need to coach your teammates. So you're practically a coach without any of the coach responsibilities.
All right. Last one. Would you Yapped in America merch? If you dropped like a merch line over the off season, would it be Yapped in America merch with like the American flag and you yapping? Or would it be Yappa merch, which is like the Avatar, the Airbender, Appa like collab?
I think Yappa won.
Okay.
Yeah. Whenever I name my solo queue accounts, like even my current solo queue account, it's just TL Yappa.
All right. I would have thought you want the other one because I feel like Yapped in America is how I see you, but it's.
It's not like I think both are actually really sick, and I've seen some fans actually bring like a Captain America shield with like my face on it to like the LCS arena, which was really cool. But I almost feel like the name's just too long.
All right, in that case, we'll work on some Yappa merch eventually. One last question here. This is probably the most important question I'm going to ask you, if I'm being honest. I want you to give me an off-meta build or pick. Not like Elise support or Zoe support. Like that's kind of not that weird, but something like AD Vex top, tank Lulu jungle, something. Cook something up that you think could actually work, and I'm going to actually play a game and try it, and then let you know if I lost LP or not?
Well, the thing that instantly comes to mind was just like the Speed Racer Cho'Gath build. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah.
I didn't invent it. Can't take claim for it. But it's really fun. You just go the Symbiotic Souls and Shurelias and the Deadmans. And you're just running around like 600 movement speed. You have Flash and Ghost. You have all the movement speed runes. And it's just a really fast Cho'Gath. It's just kind of fun to play him.
I want to see a hater of that, but I'll try it. I feel like if you're gonna play Cho, you can play him so many different ways. But I'll try it. We'll see. Yeah, just to wrap up, I'm not a Team Liquid fan per se, but you're representing North America, and we're all North American fans. We're all going to be cheering for you. So, could you give us some words of North American fans to like hype us up for this tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I think like I can speak for the team. I don't think we came here to lose. I don't think we ever come to any tournament to lose ever. But like especially for this one, there's like a very real shot that we beat one of the Eastern teams in a best of three, which is very possible, and then we end up on a really good side of the bracket, and then yeah, it's honestly very realistic for a Western team to win this tournament, whether it's us or KC. So I think just have a little bit of faith that we can do well.
All right. Well, I mean, we're in North America, so we'll keep the faith, and we'll be cheering you. Thanks for the time, man.
Of course. Thank you.
Good luck. Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay, now I believe Team Liquid can win not Worlds. Oh, okay, maybe not Worlds. Let's one step at a time. Now I believe the Team Liquid can possibly win first stand. Um, let's see them beat KC first. I'll hedge my bets, but I'm going all in on Team Liquid. I think that if you're gonna be an NA fan, you might as well go all the way. Be excited, cheer for the team. I know a lot of people are down on NA going into this tournament. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be one of those people. I'm really glad that I was able to interview APA. I haven't gotten a single Team Liquid interview, by the way, this entire year. So this is my first Team Liquid interview. Well, that's not true. I got an Impact one, but that was before the split started. So ever since the split started, I didn't get one. I should have said that, but whatever. So yeah, I was happy to get another Team Liquid interview. Thank you always Team Liquid for and the players for doing these interviews. I really appreciate them. It's always a fun chat. Honestly, when he said that they had just gotten here a day ago or like 2 days ago or something like that, and they've been only doing media stuff and had one scrim, I was like, well, all my talking points about everything gameplay wise kind of goes away. I'm just gonna ask them more about just fun questions. Made up a couple on the fly, but it was cool. You could kind of tell I was like pushing it. I was making up not the greatest questions, but overall, I thought it was fun. Yeah, hopefully he wins the 3-0, like the picture that Tom Dog had of him winning 3-0s in the final. Well, let's get there first. I do want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching, to everyone who's been like interacting with the channel, chatting. I know we have a lot of new viewers, new people who are like watching the channel. It is international, so we're gonna have a lot of people like who might not always watch my interviews be like, oh, I wonder what he said. Welcome. I would urge you to subscribe because as you saw in the intro, I'm racing. Well, I didn't put that down, but I'm racing David to 8,000 subscribers. I was like 2,500 away from him. I think he's like at 5 point something right now. I'm catching up. I'm catching up. So I just implore you guys to keep on subscribing because I really want to beat him. We're both aiming for like by the end of this year, and I'm aiming to do it before he does it. And right now he's on a tear, honestly. So I'm gonna need to pick up the pace. But we've been doing great. We've been catching up, and yeah, hit that subscribe button so we can shove it down as we can shove it in his face that I started at like 2 point something thousand. He was at like 5, and we passed him. So. Yeah, and see you guys for the Chowie interview. You might not know who Chowie is, but just please watch it. It's so good. This guy is like, I haven't even done it yet, but I'm so excited for the Chowie interview.